Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Greenville where a man is now facing charges after he allegedly stabbed somebody in a park. 42-year-old Nathalie Warren was arrested by Greenville police yesterday after warrants say he stabbed another man with a knife or a sharp object in the ear at Dream Park on Manhattan Avenue. Now, warrants say there were several people at the park at the time of the stabbing. Warren was charged with assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injury, and disorderly conduct. He was taken to the Pitt County Jail under a $150,000 bond. Now we also have some bad news for tree lovers in Beaufort and Greene counties as a devastating tree disease called laurel wilt disease has been found. North Carolina Forest Service says laurel wilt, a fatal disease for red bay and other plants living in the laurel family, was found on private property in Beaufort and Greene counties. Now, trees are infected with the fungus that causes laurel wilt by an invasive species of red bay ambrosia beetles. The Forest Service says the disease was found after crews surveyed more than 1,700 miles across North Carolina this winter for signs of laurel wilt. Trees with the disease often retain their leaves even after the tree is dead, which makes detection easier in winter months. According to the Forest Service, this is the first time the disease has been detected in both counties. Laurel wilt has been detected with 21 counties across the state, running the risk of infection for trees and plants like sassafras, red bay, swamp bay, pondberry, pond spice, and spice bush. The disease was detected in western Greene County, near Wayne County and Beaufort County along the Bay City Highway near the Pamlico County line. Laurel wilt has been seen in parts of eastern North Carolina before, including portions of Carteret, Craven, Duplin, Jones, Lenoir, Onslow, Pamlico, Pitt, and Wayne counties. And now we want to draw your attention to your weather forecast. Today has been a very sunny day thus far. A great day to be out on the water. Of course, we've got the Big Rock tournament that is happening as we speak, starting today. So we're anticipating getting some notice that blues are being boated. Haven't heard anything yet, but we'll let you know right here on the First Alert Desk if we hear anything coming out from the Big Rock landing. As far as your conditions across eastern North Carolina, this is a view through our Grifton cam, and again, sunny skies. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover at times for some, but for the most part, this is going to again be a day defined by the blue overhead. 82 degrees, comes with a southwesterly wind at about 6 miles an hour, but 82 degrees feels like 87 when you factor in the humidity. Right now, dew points above the 70-degree mark. That is summertime humidity, folks, and you can feel it as you walk outside. It is going to be with us likely through the next few months. It is here, certainly here to stay through this week, that is for sure, and it's going to be difficult to get any sort of cooler air mass into the region over the summer season. Right now, Neuse River, 82 degrees, similar again to what we're seeing in Grifton. 87 degrees is what it feels like. Dew points a touch higher for those of you watching along the Neuse River, but not a whole lot of difference right now. In fact, everything looking very uniform. Most of our air temperatures right now reading in the really low 80s. We do have a few areas in the upper 70s. 77 degrees in Roanoke Rapids, 78 in Ahoskie, 79 in Hatteras. All other reporting stations at 80 degrees or warmer. Humidity also elevated, and that is making the low 80s right now feel more like the mid to upper 80s, and it will make the mid to upper 80s later on this afternoon feel more like, well, the low 90s. It is feeling warm out there. Now here's what we've got coming up across the southeastern United States today. You can see a frontal boundary stretching across Ohio and then across the Ohio River Valley and even down into portions of Arkansas is one frontal system, but the massive moisture across Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia a little bit more concerning. That is a system, again, that will gain energy as we head into the afternoon and evening. That frontal boundary that will be attached to that low pressure system will spark some strong to severe storms across the Gulf Coast states of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Now, as we head into really your Tuesday morning, that same system could certainly be rolling over eastern North Carolina, giving us a chance of some showers and storms. That'll happen early Tuesday morning. We'll also have another round of storms coming in late Tuesday night, and that is the round that could potentially give us a better chance for some severe weather later on in the evening. Tomorrow is a first alert weather day for the evening storms that we will likely see. Not so much really the morning storms. Morning storms will be present, they could be strong, but it does not look like they're going to reach the same sort of strength profile that we will potentially see later on in the day. Then Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday, rain chances come down to more of a 20 to 30% chance. Pretty much your standard summertime forecast. High daytime temperatures. Overnight lows staying in the low 70s, humidity stays high, and with sunshine through the first half of the day, those afternoon showers and storms will be part of the forecast for your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and potentially even Saturday and Sunday. But Saturday and Sunday, we may have a low pressure system inch its way closer to the east, and that could provide us with a little bit more widespread rain, not just in the afternoon, but possibly a little bit earlier in the day as well. Well, that's all we have time for today's 10 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I want to say thank you for joining me. I do want to give a shout out to Amanda Bloom. Thank you so much for tuning in from the Maysville, Jacksonville area. I appreciate you always hanging out with me over on Facebook. Again, we'll be back with more news and weather coming up at 11. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Monday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.